Hey, I'm Dr. Toby, physical therapist and health coach, and thank you for coming to check out the Rehab mobile channel. In this video, I want to tell you the 3 signs to let you know if you are overeating. All right, this is going to be really helpful for anybody who is in a fitness journey, who is trying to lose weight and trying to improve their blood pressure, their cholesterol, their blood sugar, all of those things that are related to aspects of our cardiovascular health, or just losing weight and trying to feel better, look better, and function better. So by the way, if you're new to our channel, you should hit the subscribe button because we make videos to help people stay healthy, pain-free, fit, and mobile. We're a physical therapy and wellness company, and we want to help you in your journey to stay healthy, well, and living, looking, and feeling your best self. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button. So let's get right into today's topic. So I'm really excited to teach you these 3 basic steps or signs to really understand if you are overeating. And this is really important. So many people have tried to pursue weight loss, and the thing that I find for the members who have been in our weight loss programs and who have been really successful, and others who haven't been successful, I found that a lot of times that people don't know that they're probably eating more than they need to. And this doesn't mean that you shouldn't be eating at all, you shouldn't be feeling full. You should be losing weight and still being full, because what's going to make your weight loss journey most effective is when you're exercising and doing a good nutrition plan. Now, you really won't be able to do the kind of exercise you need to do that's going to give you the best results and the fastest results if you're not eating appropriately and you're low on energy, you're low on strength. That's not the ideal equation, right? So really, one of the things that we want to do with this quick video is kind of give you some tips to understand if maybe you're eating more than you really should be and how you can make some modifications. So number one sign to know if you're overeating is how you feel after you have eaten. So a lot of times if you're feeling lethargic or feeling groggy or feeling just even like you have reduced energy or just really overwhelmed with fatigue after you've eaten, then you have to probably realize that you might be overeating, meaning it takes energy for your body to digest the food that you're eating. It also takes energy for your body to be able to process that food. And so when you are eating and food is going through your intestines, blood is going in there, and resources from your body to help digest that food is going there. So if it's taking so much energy from you to digest certain foods and things of that nature, one, it may not only be just the amount that you're eating in terms of overeating, but it could also very well be the type of food that you're eating in terms of food that's more calorically dense or food that's harder to digest. Obviously, even if you don't eat a large amount of it, you still may feel some level of fatigue or lethargy or things of that nature. So that's the other possibility. But it's very, very possible that you might be overeating if you feel a lot of lethargy, tiredness, fatigue, and just like, man, I need to go and take a nap. And so that's an area you may want to look at. Maybe I ate too much of the wrong food in terms of what was on my plate, or maybe I had food that I probably should not have eaten in that amount, in that quantity. So maybe you ate a really heavy protein kind of meal, or a heavy starch kind of meal, or carbohydrate kind of meal, and maybe it was just too much of that particular food group. Maybe you didn't overeat in general in terms of the food you ate, but you ate more than you should have of a particular food group. That's a sign, and that can help you to change. And if you don't want to feel lethargic or fatigued, you know, one of the reasons why we eat is for fuel and for energy, to feel more strength and feel more alive. But if you're feeling more lethargic and more fatigue afterwards, after you've eaten and you're full, then what you may want to realize is that there are certain food groups that you may want to modify, and that can be a helpful motivation, realizing like, hey, I want to eat to have energy, right? So that can be something that helps to motivate you to make some modifications to your plate. Number 2 sign that you might be overeating is if you notice that you don't finish the food on your plate. That's a really simple sign, but it's really helpful to realize that maybe you have a tendency to just get more than you actually need to. And through our behavior that we have adapted, we might have become used to just eating a certain amount of food. Like I know sometimes when I'm at like parties or at events, I'll see people get a mountain of food. Maybe after they're really hungry, they haven't eaten in a while, and they don't eat all of that food. I know that there are times after having fasted, like with my church or other organizations I'm a part of, that, you know, when the fast is over, that people will get large amounts of food and then they don't finish it. And so, you know, they call it eating with your eyes, right? But the thing about it is that if you don't finish the food on your plate, it may be an indication, not just that you overate, but something more important, right? There may be an underlying behavioral tendency to get more food than you actually needed. And that's an important aspect of the journey for you to realize in your weight loss journey. It's not necessarily so much about just being able to stop eating certain foods and sticking to a diet plan or a nutrition plan. The most important part that I found working with members who in our programs who we've helped to lose 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds, I found that changing behavior is the most important part, and changing your mindset toward food is the most important part, because we've helped people, we've given people fitness plans and nutrition plans and all these things, and they still found it hard to stick to those plans. But when we focus on identifying the behaviors and the mindsets that drive them toward food and how they relate toward food, that has been the most successful, that has been the most impactful when it comes to helping people to change their behavior and to stick to a nutrition plan and to lose weight. And so if you are somebody who maybe you still have lots of food on your plate or food on your plate after you've eaten, and I'm not talking about maybe like 1 or 2 items, but that still might be telling. The thing that you want to focus on is not just making sure you finish all the food on the plate, but making sure that you are having a positive mindset toward food in terms of not getting more than you necessarily need to, and allowing yourself to limit the amount of food that you put on your plate so that you can actually see, well, maybe I'm satisfied at this point, and training your body to be satisfied at a new point so that you don't, with your eyes, say, well, I'm going to need this amount, and you misjudge or mismeasure the amount that you actually need. And therefore you maybe feel the tendency to eat all the food on the plate because it's there and you don't like to waste it. I'm not a waster, so I don't like wasting food. So sometimes that's something that can be really helpful. And number 3 sign seems really simple, but the obvious that we all know, that you might be overeating or you might be eating more. And maybe we've never made this connection, but the number 3 sign is that you are gaining weight. That may be an indication that you are eating more than you need to. And so the thing about it is, the weight loss equation is really simple. It's caloric deficit, less calories in, more calories used, or more calories out. And the truth is, you might be taking in more energy through food than you actually are using. And so the thing about it is, one of the ways that you can avoid gaining weight, even if you're comfortable eating a certain amount, because your body gets used to eating a certain amount, and just psychologically and from a physiological perspective, if you eat a certain amount of food, maybe 5 ounces of food regularly, and you start to try to eat 3 or 2.5 ounces of food, your body is so used to eating a certain amount of food already. And so you're just psychologically and physiologically going to have responses in your body that are going to tell you, hey, we want more because we're used to eating this amount. Now, the thing about it for when you're gaining weight is that maybe one of the areas you want to say, well, let me back off on how much I'm eating in order to reduce the amount of weight that I'm gaining. So hopefully those 3 examples help you. Again, these are things that we've used and modified in the lives of our members and help them to make adjustments so that they can lose weight. And so these 3 signs are going to be really helpful for you. If you're noticing that you're struggling with some of these things, then you can definitely reach out to us. There's a link in our description, Talk to a PT First, where we can help you, guide you in a process to not only lose weight, but to make those changes that are going to help you to look better, feel better, and be your best self. So if you found this video helpful, leave a like and comment. Let us know what you found the most helpful. You can also share it with somebody who you know would benefit, and subscribe to our channel. Hit that bell notification so you can stay up to date when we release new helpful videos to inspire, motivate you, and encourage you as you stay healthy, pain-free, fit, and mobile. Take care until the next video.